I'm Catherine, and I'm one of the educators at the Anne and Sandy Cross Conservation Area, and I'm going to try to be doing some programming for you for this virtual camp. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start by going outside and looking at what kind of things we may find in the garden, and then I'd like to talk to you about how you can take some of those things, turn them into pictures, and we're going to go through 3 different art projects with a picture. Okay, so let's go on out in the garden. So as you can see, I have a big garden. I have these vegetable boxes, potatoes, peas and things, a lot of flowers. You don't have to have a big garden though to have biodiversity, and really that's what we should be shooting for. There's lots of little things hidden in the grass in your lawn or along the sides of the road. So let's go have a look at some of those things. Okay, so as you can see, my lawn, I don't mow everything down. I leave a lot of plants for pollinators like bees and butterflies. For example, this here, which I'm going to take a picture of. I know what this is, but I'm going to show you how you can turn pictures into paintings and look things up. This is wild thyme, so you can actually use this to season your food. This here is red clover. It's something pollinators really like, and there's actually teas you can make out of this to help you sleep. And now I want to take you over here for a second. These beautiful purple flowers are actually chives, so this is grass in between. But this here is chives. You can put this with sour cream in your potatoes. And I think probably the people who used to live here planted this, but it grows pretty much wild now in many parts of my garden. So this here is yarrow. I know that because I really love yarrow. It has a lot of medicinal qualities too. Very beautiful little plant. One of the things that COVID-19 has done for me is I found in our neighborhood things like blue-eyed grass and blanket flowers. Just great. I'm going to show you a few other things here on our property. So this beautiful blue flower here that's growing wild, this is flax. It's a perennial. You can eat the seeds, flax seeds. You sometimes find them in the grocery store. You can make linen oil with them, and you can make material out of it. So I have this growing here. I got these wildflower seeds at a wildflower seed company called Wild Flowers. It's here in Alberta, and it's already reseeded itself over there. This is a section of my property that we don't mow, just to give nature a chance to make wildflowers. So this here, this is in my wild part of the garden, the wild meadow. This is vetch. So this is another native plant that's growing here for pollinators. These are sunflowers. This is an interesting one because I do feed my birds sunflower seeds in the winter, but nowhere near here. So somehow or other, they got scattered or dropped here, which is kind of what Mother Nature intended, and they've taken root. So I'm leaving them here in hopes that I'll be able to collect some sunflower seeds. So this here, these are Saskatoon berries. They're not ripe yet. They will be probably in 2 or 3 weeks. And these were actually in the pemmican that the First Nations used sort of as a granola bar hundreds of years ago. So these are really cool. You can eat them fresh. You can also turn them into marmalade. Anyway, definitely a cool plant, and the birds like to eat them too. So this is a plant I don't know, so I'm going to take a picture of that. And then I'm later on going to use an app called iNaturalist. You have to check with your parents if you may use it, but it is a free app that helps environmentalists figure out where different plants and animals are. And you can obscure your picture location. It'll just pick a random point within a 20K radius, and that way you can help environmentalists figure out what's where. So this is the final thing I'm going to show you today. This is my chicken coop. This is Bill and Lisa. They keep the foxes away. I'm actually going to take a picture of them and show you how to change that up. The point of the matter is, when we first moved here 10-12 years ago, there were almost no birds. We have swallows and wrens, blue jays, goldfinches, chickadees. Part of the reason that we have those is we have a lot of berries now on the property and a lot of flowers that pollinators can visit.